go. Okay. Do-do-do-do. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Why SGS and not AGS? Just because I had the SGS. Simply because I am lazy. SGS only heals 10? Huh? It's just 50% of whatever you hit. Oh, I don't use it then. I use it differently. I'm a little quirky with it. I do it there for the RNG. We get a little bit quirky. We only have 100-ish? I mean, that's still really good. Only difference is time, right? I've been here a minute. Go for quiver before sending too much to him? I think so. Like, it really, really helps. Your damage goes up so significantly when you have quiver. Mostly because of the void. I think if you're doing Masori just like 1 to 8s, it's arguable that it's like not that big of a deal. But if you're deep delving with void, like, yeah. Yeah, you should get it. It's really helpful. Makes your pre-car phases a lot more consistent. Like, you don't have to just sit there. Even post-car phase, sometimes your DPS will be a little bit low. The quiver helps shore that up. It's just really worth. Yeah, 12%'s a big fucking deal. And it's going to be even bigger when the Seeker Arrows and the Anguish upgrade come out. Oh, unlucky. Couldn't get to those melees. Good thing my Thrall killed it. 0-0 there is criminal. It is definitely worth the time investment, and who knows, you might find Kahlo like super fun and want to go back. And if you already have a tbow, tbow's really good at Kahlo too. So So you can sort of just, like, interchange them. Get bored of Doom, go do some Kahlo monies. Get bored of Kahlo, come back to some Doom. However you want to do it. Oops. Greeted the tick there, lol. Bro, can I hit anything but a 0, please? Thanks. Swag. Hitting over a 0 is ideal. DPS seems so much higher than me pre-shield? Pre-shield? I do have the tbow. Do you have a tbow or are you skill bowing? Oops. Awkward grubs. I just have to let that one go, I think. Tbow treads. Ami arrows, no quiver. I mean, I think that's a few max hits with tbow, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I definitely have moments where the tbow's like completely choking on me. But pre-shield phase doesn't matter that much. You mostly just want the DPS for Car, because you want to avoid your second Car phase and Orb phase altogether if possible. Because you don't attack between the second boulder. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. That's a lot of tick loss. That's all this fight really is just don't lose ticks the fight, and you sort of just do the same thing every time. Sometimes you get pre-shield orb phase. Oh yeah, that's tough. Do you have the Chally punish? Surely. Chally does make a big deal for getting through. Oh, that's annoying. Pre-shield orb with tbow is kind of crazy. That should, like, rarely ever happen. I've had it happen for sure. But that should be pretty rare. Ow. Now my SGS was pointless because I missed my prayer. Don't spec on Chally during the melee punish. Either that could be the other thing, since I die a lot if I try to spec. Just a lot of tick loss. That's usually main culprit number one is tick loss. Can I please hit anything other than 0? For the love of all. You definitely want to be Chally specking and attacking between orb. Like, if you're just sitting there not shooting, that's big bad. Pre-shield orb phase 1 out of 5? Yeah, that just should not be happening. That's just tick loss. That's just having a little bit more confidence in swinging, probably. Are you doing this sidewalk tech? Because if you're not doing this makes it truly brain dead. Like, genuinely. You don't even have to think. I'm not thinking about anything when I'm doing this. I just click the pink square, click the spec, click the boss, and flick. Click the pink square, click the boss. That's it. Oh, the birdie is angry. Double boulders with the corner tile. So this. You are doing this? Or is there something else that I'm missing? I know Wydega has a different method. I don't know what his is. But his is for, like, giga deep delving. I don't think us mere mortals should be doing what Wydega is doing. Oh, thunder. Why am I milking? I have a tbow. Big brain. Okay, I was about to say, I sent him. Why didn't he go? The one where you start in the corner? I don't even know what that is, I'm gonna be honest. Start in the corner? That's weird. Why would you start in the corner? Like, here my DPS is pretty shite. But we might still skip because tbow's balanced. How could I be so nice to think my tbow would hit anything over a 0? It's actually easier. You set up the boulders in the corner and middle. In the corner and middle. Like up here? Like the corner of where he is? So you don't need to move during second transition. Is there a channel that has the method that I could look at? Because I struggle to believe anything is easier than this brain dead shit. But maybe it's brain dead to me because I've been doing it for so long. The corner of the room? What the? Like back here? What? You might not be able to link in YouTube chat, but at least drop like the video and I can look at it. Because that's crazy to me. Corner of the room. So you start back here, and I guess on your way up to the melee punish, you would set the rock here and here, but then you don't get the guarantee in car phase? Really? I've been doing this for a long time. Almost 2k deep delves now. And this is the first I'm hearing of going to the corner of the room. What up, Travis? Start in the middle of the video. I'm really good. I'm not really good. I promise you I'm not really good. Not trying to be humble. Let me see if I can find it. Don't really misclick like me. I guess that's fair. I look up like Doom OSRS corner tech. Because I don't see the video linked. I see the sidewalk tech. I see X Styles. That's for League. Not that. Not that. Rock set and double boulders. Is that it? Double boulder method. Is this it? Sizzled. Let me see. Let me see. Hush, child. Hush, child. I don't want to get DMC. I'm not trying to steal your content. Type Doom. 10 to 100 max. 1 to 100 max. Is this it? This might be it. Hold on. I'm going to mute him. Sorry. Sorry, Sizzled. Okay. Already confused. Sure. Oh, is it actually max like the guy? Ah, damn it. There's lightning outside. I might lose power. Oh. Not Doom the video game. Doom OSRS, please. Chansey? No. Max. Gotcha. Go to the middle. Alright, let me watch him do a run. Okay, so we're at the corner of the room. Gotcha. Okay. So it's like mostly the same thing that I do, except in a different order, I guess. But he wants 2 boulders. Yep, we do shield, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Drag him to that side first. Right, drag him to that, and he smashes, and it gets canceled again. Sure. Then you just hide behind this. Okay. This isn't that different, ultimately? I don't think. Like, realistically, this isn't that much different. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't see the melee punish. What does he do for melee punish? Okay, here we go. Let's see. So we run high, then run in. When does he do the flick? So just on the way in. This is, like, pretty much the same thing. A lot of people do this now. I guess it's fair. Because you're less likely for those tiles to get eaten by poison, I guess, is the argument. I could see it. They're both definitely valid. I don't love having to wait for a second boulder. But I guess you don't have to, even with that method. Like, it wasn't required by any means. You could just sort of, like, audible it as you see where the boulders are. Every time you're off script. That's fair. Wait for a second to boulder to explode for what? To do the flick? I don't know. I would actually have to pay attention for a second to see what the fuck I'm doing. It's so automatic, I just, like, genuinely, I don't think about it anymore. Oops. How would I get consistent? I mean, repetition, obviously, but I think the timing that I had to get into my head... Timing is really weird if you're close to the boss. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you get, like, low DPS here. You run here. You get your melee punish. So now you're here. But the boss is still, like, 90% HP. You get a second boulder. And now you're like, okay, what the hell do I do? Because this doesn't cover that. That's sort of where you have to come in and call it for yourself, like where you're walking. For that, I will agree I'm not doing anything on script at that point. I just have to, like, look. Because I know Chally is 2 tiles, so I'm just looking for a clean tile that's 2 tiles away from the boss. And I'm stepping out, letting the boulder explode, stepping into a shadow, doing the flick, and doing the punish at the same time. That I can see getting hiccupy. Yeah, I could see that being an issue if you're not used to, like, seeing where the clean tile is and knowing that you can step into a shadow. Like, after the first boulder explodes, all the shadows are on the ground. You step to a clean tile, let those land, and then, like, step into the shadow as those are landing and flick the things. Yeah, I do the punish every time. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, I do it mid-flick. Because I still know... Yeah, I still know that the timing is the same as this, right? Like, I run over here. The boulder has exploded. I click the boss. I flick. I flick. So there will also be times where I'll do the punish and then there's, like, a poison tile. And I step back off of the poison tile, too. I do a lot of clicks. Yeah, because you have an empty space between the flicks. You have 2 ticks of empty. You have 2 empty ticks between the flicks. So when you see the boulder flying, you wait for it to just be getting ready to explode. You click here. You click the boss, and then you can do your flick. Like, you do your flick, click the boss, do your flick. So this is like your in-between moment where you're ending the first flick, clicking the boss, and then doing the second flick. Because it's not back-to-back doing mage, range, mage, range, mage. It's just not how it works. It's mage, range, mage, wait, wait, mage, range, mage. So you have 2 empty ticks to do something with. Maybe it's sweaty? Yeah, punish on the empty tick. Yeah, every time. Very rarely will I, like, flick... I guess it's not entirely true. Because you have, realistically, like, 4 empty ticks. Because if it's, like, mage, range, mage, wait, wait, mage, range, mage, you have 4 ticks where you don't have to do anything, right? You leave this up. You don't have to do anything when this is up. The in-between flick, it's always going to be range or mage for, like, 4 ticks. So you can do whatever. And then just do your little double flick. Maybe it's the same reason why I get bad DBS pre-shields and sometimes don't attack any empty tick. It could be, yeah. Especially, okay, that's also fair. If you don't get melee punish, right? When you run over here, or when I run over here, I'll step out, step back in, attack the boss, and then do my flick. because I know that this is like the end of its zone where it can place shit, and then I'll just step into a shadow and attack the boss there, and then finish the flick. And then usually you'll get another orb and a melee punish and whatever, and you just go from there. Yeah, after I step into the shadow, I'll attack. Yeah, so I do all my flicks actually there. I do all my flicks on this tile after I hit the punish. I don't actually have to do any flicks until I hit that tile. Oh my god, this bird is driving me insane right now. It's technically a type movement, but it's like automatic because when you attack, you just automatically go to that tile. You don't have to do anything. It's just click, click. I just click to here, and then click the boss, and do the flick. Yeah, Ancient would be good here. And I can afford it now, so I could go get it. That was the other thing. I couldn't afford it before. Oops. Oh, nice. There's no elite clue, so I kind of don't care about this loot at the moment. I'm just going to eat. How about that? The other problem with this method that I don't like is that you can RNG into getting hit by a falling rock on that tile, which is really annoying. Just damage that you can't really avoid unless you're super, super sweaty about it. But I don't care enough to be that sweaty about it. PB is only 10 since you play. 10's huge. Being able to deep delve at all, I think, is a huge accomplishment. Definitely not one of those things where you say, oh, I can only do this, you know? Oh, I just killed myself. I love greeting for hits. I'm going to pick up the Ancient God Sword. I'm going to test it. Don't greed your hits. I say it in all of my guides, and I still do it. Don't greed your hits. This bird is going to drive me up a wall. Holy shit. Oy. Okay, let's grab an Ancient God Sword. These things are expensive. Let me go check G tracker. Well, it says it should go for this price. I don't feel like reorganizing. I'll just do it like this then. After new amulet comes out, you can't use it anymore. Oh, yeah. Amulet kit on Anguish is going to be worthless. Nah, that's good. I'll wait for it to come through. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, I could also just not be a fucking stingy boy about it. Hold on. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to do. Dude, I tried out your tips. My blowpipe doesn't hit the way yours does. I swear to God. I mean... Do you have the quiver? I'm not gonna lie, quiver's a big deal. I think it is a max it on blowpipe always, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's the Avernic Treads. Avernic Treads plus quiver is probably a max it. But even still, like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. You're using dragon darts, right? Dude, can this thing sell, please? Also, I hit modify and it keeps aborting. What the hell is this? You got the treads. Okay, nice. There we go. Oops. That video is coming out this weekend for the budget thing. I tried to explain it a little bit better in a recording I did off stream yesterday. Trespass Quiver with tbow is 12% DPS increase over what? Oh, just generally. Okay. How much is it over Scobo? That's what I want to know. I feel like a lot. tbow is so insane here. I also have this like brain worm in my head for once the new amulet and secret arrows come out that I just want to use an MSBI on everything. Even if it's not very good, I just want to do it. Like, I want to take an MSBI here, just cause. Pro tip, right-click collect and you can send it straight to the bank. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't do that. I usually don't do that because it goes in some random-ass tab and then I can't find it. I gotta keep it organized. Really looking forward to it. I mean, you were basically the reason I made it. It was in the back of my head for a really long time. I was like, man, maybe I should, like, explain how to do this part a little bit better so people can deep delve in budget. And I just never got around to it. I'm also wondering if the Pegasian's buff is going to matter anywhere for any setups. Because they're giving it 1 range strength, I think. So it's probably going to matter for some setup. I just don't know what it's going to be. And I don't feel like making a custom item and doing all the calcs. I hope it has relevance for something. Would be nice. It's over just tbow, no boots. Okay, that's what I thought. tbow, one of them things. It calcs like the scythe. Like, you hit breakpoints. Ooh. I thought I hit myself. At weird intervals, it feels like, with tbow. And, like, it'll just gain multiple max hits off of one thing. I mean, if you keep running Doom, you'll have a tbow in no time. Genuinely. Couple months tops. I know I say no time, but, like, I mean with an average working schedule being a normal human being. 2 months time. If you're no-lifing, you can have it in 2 weeks. Unless you're unlucky. Got a week off first week of July, camping Calo until Quiver, and then Dooming. That is a good idea. I like that plan. That's a good plan. I did just make a Calo guide. I hope it rings for a lot of people and, like, helps. I was definitely concerned with how long it was, that a lot of people just wouldn't bother watching it, but I feel like with Calo, you kind of have to make it that long. Like, there's a lot that goes into that content. I probably could have made the section where I was, like, problem-solving a little bit shorter, but I didn't. Because I feel like you're going to run into a lot of problems in Calo that you should figure out, and that helps. It's going to pop up for someone, and it's going to help. That's my goal. Get everything I can fit in there. Got your tbow mostly from flipping. I miss flipping. The GE tax always makes me, like, turn my nose up at it now. I used to do it in, like, RS2 days, I guess. It was very fun. Not so much anymore. Made a bill when Sailing came out. Nice. This is some Scobo DPS right now. There we go. That was a little better. Still good, but you need to hold items longer. That makes sense. I was debating holding some of the, like, the Dead Man mode scrolls, but meh. I don't like to... If I had excess capital, I guess I would, but I just don't. My current goal is to get every max set by the time Raids 4 comes out. So I don't want to hold any capital up. I just want to secure items. Whether it's a good deal or not. Nox makes less acid. I could. I've done Nox for other reasons. I don't hate that. Because you don't really need the Chally DPS when you're tbowing, I feel like. It's kind of excessive. Like, you get deeper sends into the shield phase, but again, you have tbow, so does it really matter? I could do a Nox run. See how it goes. Because acid is usually the leading problem for me, to be honest. And running out of prayer, I guess, because I don't flick. That is one thing I can never be bothered doing in any PVM. I'll do it very, very lightly, here and there. But you got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm doing that forever. I guess that's sort of true indirectly. I mean, I mostly died because of my own hubris, but yeah, I'll blame the acid. It was the acid's fault, dude. Man, if I wasn't challenging and all that acid wasn't on the floor, I don't die there. Smile. No, that one was definitely my fault. I greeted my hit. My current PB is 25, and I haven't done, like, any secret strats, so... I don't even bring, like, the ZCB or anything, but I'm pretty sure everybody dropped ZCB, which makes sense. I was thinking it was a bit overkill on day one, and it turns out that is the agreement. It is a little overkill. It's your hubris, but it's also the acid. That's true. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take a little bit of dough. A little bit of both. Doth? Who the hell's Doth? I don't know. I definitely am addicted to not losing ticks. That's what gets me killed in a lot of fights. Dude, when I'm fighting Soul Heredit... Yup. God forbid I lose a tick in Soul Heredit. I just kill myself to not do it every time. DCB only good for 1 to 8s, and you don't even skip warp phases. That's what it seems like. I think the very moment a ZCB spec'd a 0 for me, I would throw it in the garbage. Like, that sounds infuriating. Don't do that. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Guess we're getting a little grubby. Oops. Only bolt switch without the quiver. Dude, you gotta use the... Or no, that doesn't even work. I was gonna say use the... What the hell is that thing called? The, like, Dwarven Bolt Pack or whatever it's called? Does anyone ever use that? It's like some early Iron Man tech or something. Send a collar run sometime with good gear. Want to see? I did it a little bit yesterday. I was testing the tbow on Southwest, and I don't even remember what killed me. I think I misflicked on a major on spawn on wave 10 or something, but then I wanted to leave because Deadman mode was really good. So much shit happened in the DMM yesterday. I had to tune in. You said send a Kalo run in good gear. That's what I was doing yesterday. On stream. But I did a really, really short stream because I wanted to watch the DMM All-Stars shit. Oh my god, I moved too early because I was rubbing my eye. Okay. Deserved. It's all deserved. Am I greeting? Don't trust your DPS? I trust it. Never lose ticks pre-shield phase? I try not to. The only time I do it is if I'm voluntarily doing it, so I don't miss boulders. I'll click the ground. Because I like my boulders. stinky acid. It's gonna take me a second to remember that I have the thing. Ancient God Sword. New muscle memory to get used to. Guess there's an argument to do it, ouch, during car phase as well. I just need to remember to punish with it. New tech, who dis? The problem with punishing with it way out here is, fuck. One, I'm not looking for it. And two, you get pulled close to the boss, and then he can melee you, which I don't love. So I might just use it when he goes car phase, TBH. Isn't it just always guaranteed 25 though? Am I crazy? Like, you just have to hit. And, like, you get a guaranteed hit here, too. And you still get the bleed, or nah? I have no rocks. Cringe. Made it, though? Made it, though. But yeah, it doesn't heal there. That's strange. Why would it heal in the punish and not in the actual thing? I just hit the Windows key on my keyboard, bro. I hit the Windows key on my keyboard and started typing. Nice. Does it work on grubs too? I know it's guaranteed during shield phase, but it's guaranteed during car phase too. It shouldn't make a difference. But I didn't get the heal on car phase. Why? It didn't make any sense to me. Oops. Like, it didn't do the extra damage nor give me the heal. For why? No, the way the weapon works is it heals regardless. Like, you just have to hit. And both things are guaranteed to hit. So why would it not heal on car phase? Ancient God Sword Wiki. Special attack. Upon a successful hit, the target will be marked for sacrifice and will have 8 ticks to move at least 5 tiles away from the attacker. If the target fails to do so, they will take 25 typeless damage. The attacker will be healed for 15% of the target's max HP at a cap of 25. Sacrifice must deal the damage in order to receive the full healing effect. Was I too far away from him? Maybe I was too far away from him, actually. Maybe I was 6 tiles away, now that I think about it. I could believe that. I could believe that. Oh, actually. Let me try the Nox Alley as well. AGS are the NM staff for deep delves. Surely it's not Eldritch, right? That would be kind of crazy. I didn't even think about Eldritch. How does Eldritch work? Is it just an SGS? Eldritch Nightmare Staff. It's 55% spec. Restores prayer by 50%. So not HP at all, then. I guess it's debatable, right? It's just dependent on if you're taking... The Eldritch is just prayer points, and this is just HP. So they're trying to maximize both. I could see an argument for either of them, depending on what your vice is. Like, if you're losing too much HP, obviously bring the HP. But if you're losing too much prayer and you want to go deeper, then I could see an argument for Eldritch. Eldritch, whatever the fuck. Eldritch. Eldritch is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. You spec the trees. Interesting, interesting. Nox Alley. Yeah, I don't think I ever want to go, like, giga deep. But I think I want to set my PB at least 30 would be nice. Nice round 30. PB at 16 just got all the CAs for Doom and want to get 1,000 before you never touch the boss again. I'm still missing the melee kill, the speed run, and the shield kill. Because I cannot be bothered to do those. They sound like not fun. I like to have fun. Yeah, you got an Ember Light and DFS or whatever the hell the tech is. I tried it once and got to a Delph 7, and then I died for some reason. I don't remember why. I probably, like, didn't get behind a rock in time or something. Overall, a frustrating experience, and I didn't want to do it again, so I didn't. $17 minutes to do shield with ZCB max range. Jeez. Yeah, that doesn't sound enjoyable. Are people still doing the 3-tick tbow shit with the grubs? That's another thing I'll never be bothered to do. Why do people use Eye instead of Slayer Staff? Just curious. Is it faster? This gives you more guaranteed tiers at the end of everything, I started this with IAC at 13k charges. So it just puts more money in that. And yeah, it's faster, I guess, is nice. But it also has shorter range, which does come up more often than I thought it would. The shorter range is kind of annoying. But yeah, there's no, like, huge benefit by any means. Extra money, mostly. And if you have to brew down, like, a lot, I guess, you don't have to worry about that, but that shouldn't even come up in the first place. Because you can just use the level 50 spell. Yeah, it's free money. As long as you don't die, you know. Or if it doesn't impact your death costs, I guess. Doesn't matter. Just free money. Yeah, so we can see... So where did I just check it? 22329. See? 22329, 22340. It literally just boosts it on up. It's just free money. And it scales up with the delve level. How much you're getting. Guaranteed. I think there's a chart on the wiki for it. It's actually kind of ridiculous. And I'm probably going to hit cap soon. And I don't know what happens when you hit cap. So I'll probably just, like, bring it back down to 1,000 and start again. Yeah, it's higher death fees if it impacts. If I protect item right now, my death fees are 11k with a tbow. Or I guess Nox Alley might change that now, and the Ancient God Sword. Because I don't have, nothing's kitted. So my death fees are probably a lot higher now. Because I'm not using any kitted things. So while the setup might let me go deeper, my previous setup was an 11k death fee, which is nice. Yeah, you save on runes, which is kind of a big deal. Bottled Storm is 10M in Death Coffer, 5 MLG. I just did the same thing with the Broken Dragon salvaging hooks. Got like 30 mil in my coffer for 10. Feels good, man. It's probably on the Delve wiki, not the IAC page, if I had to guess. There should be like a guaranteed Demon Tears thing, and it's in there. Oops. Reading. Not PBMing. Reading. Preparing for the Blorva grind? Hell yeah. That was a fun one. I definitely preferred Blorva over, whatever it's called. Glad I stopped myself there. Radiant. There were a couple of good Radiant contracts, but most of them felt kind of bad. Not gonna lie. Can't even beat Soul on Sim. One thing to note about Sim, by the way, it doesn't have that weird, like, lag that Soul has, so don't get too accustomed to it, because it's gonna feel really funky. How many orbs did it take? Do you remember? I mean, we can go check. Game saves the info. I think, loose estimate, like 70 for everybody. Not that bad. Do you recommend I get how much normal KC before trying to do Awakened? I didn't do that many, to be quite honest with you. I did 50 Whisper, maybe, like 90 Vardorvis, a bunch of Duke, because I got stuck making a Soul Reaper Axe. So that was involuntary. And then maybe like 400 Levy or something like that. I think the only one you should do for practice, realistically, is like Vard. To be honest, like, just make sure you have Vard down. Because the Levy fight's fairly different, I want to say. Because the whole... You're not, like, fighting anything at Levy for the first 80%. You're just trying to set up the battlefield, so it's really weird. You're just stun spamming. Whisper is literally the same fight. I'm not kidding. I did it first try, but I forgot to heart myself again, so I left it on 2% and then did it second try when I remembered to heart. So I chalked that up to my own hubris. XD. I did Whisper first try. Duke is completely different and really fun. And then Vard is mostly the same until like 50%. But it's still like mostly the same. Don't think you healed on the melee punish? I don't think I did either. I think you're right. I have like 50 KC for LSDAs. I don't even know I got them that well. I mean, they're their own entities. I don't think you need to practice the base versions that much. Like, just kind of understand what you got to do. You don't need to be an expert by any means if you're just ready to send Awakened. There's no requirement that you need 1,000 KC of everybody. I wonder if I missed that heal because I stepped away. Maybe I stepped away out of the tile range? I could believe it. I'm going to try it again on Carface too, and then make sure I stay in 5 tile range. I don't like need it, but I'm just going to try it to see if I can get it to work. Oh. So let's do this. I want to say 5 tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we stand on the pipe tile, it should work. We just stand right here. Yeah, okay, it works. Yeah, so it works on Car. So you just have to make sure you stay in range is all it is. It's a range thing that's fucking it up. And that's the extra 25 damage too. That's actually pretty good on Carface, to be honest. I kind of don't like it on shield phase because if you get your punish, right? And then you're in melee range, it immediately requires you to step back And if you're doing a flick, you can't always get this step back in time unless you're pretty good at the flick. So you'd like catch, 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 move, catch, catch, catch to get out of melee range. Because you will eat a melee if you're punishing with this. So I kind of don't hate just doing this on car phase because it's decent DPS. It's not great, but it's okay. I mean, I don't need to do it now because I'm full HP, but I do not hate that as tech, to be honest. Oh, then I have to be pretty quick. Okay, I have to be pretty quick there to put the tbow back on. Otherwise, I miss ticks. I guess I don't miss ticks, but I hit with the wrong weapon. And my inventory's all out of order. And now I can do the tech again. So we'll put it to the test right here and see how nice it is. Because I think if I just stay on my pipe tile for the budget guide, we should be a-okay. We get a shot off here, we put this on, we get the spec off here, we go here and no further, and then we go back to tbow. Look at that. Little 101 damage stack. Nah, I like this better. I like getting 100 damage stack and healing myself. I like that a lot. Obviously, it's not going to be 100 damage stack every time, but that was nice. Okay, that's going to actually fuck with me. It's fine. It is curious that you can just, like, do this, though. Just, like, doink. And even though it splashes, you still get the heal. That's so funny. Like, why? You should have to do damage. Wait, maybe I should get an Eldritch. Thoughts? Wait, what if we could just stay here forever? Okay, so the one thing that's also kind of annoying for deep delving is if you don't clear the acid, it's bad. So sometimes you have to stop DPSing to clear acid if you really want to deep delve. I think that's the part that I don't want to interact with. Like, that part is not fun to me. This part of, like, sustaining my supplies and, like, messing with, you know, different items for different sustain things, that's cool. But the moment I have to play janitor, I've checked out. Like, I'm just not doing that. Like, the fact that you would have to voluntarily play janitor kind of sucks. Oh, just in the nick of time on that one. Yeah, I think I'll always just be a delver that doesn't clear or, like, clear the floor, because I just don't. That's not something I want to interact with, like, actually at all. Genuinely. Oh, look at this stack. Ooh, little 90-er. Like, that's so much more fun, dude. Why can't I just do that? What if I don't want to mess with the floor? I kill this bitch in the corner. I don't care about your floor. I just want to kill the boss. Ugh. No, there's no point in AGS specking there. It doesn't do anything. I'm not down HP. Oops. Whoop. Oh, this is a weird set of rocks. Wait a minute. Does this work? I think this works. No, it doesn't. I lied. It doesn't work. Turns out, it doesn't work. Actually, it doesn't work. This just in. It doesn't work. Yeah, like, that's where the Eldritch would come in. I would be so down to do it if I didn't have to force Orb Phase. Like, ugh. That just seems so annoying and tedious and not necessary for my enjoyment of the video game. Oh, we get to AGS here, though. So we can do one right here, because why not? Swing. And then we're not going to move tiles away, and then we can Death Charge, and we can still do it in car phase, too. For some extra damage. At the very least, I can probably drop my brews down to just, like, 1 brew and 2 hard foods for a panicky. And, like, free up some slots for more prayer. Seems reasonable enough. Works on grubs too. Okay, okay, okay. I guess that makes sense. I believed in the tbow. I didn't want to have to go there and poison myself again. Yeah, this tech's kind of OD. I didn't realize it was this good. I don't know why it wasn't clocking to me how exactly it worked, but now that I've seen it in action, yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, I get it. Good DPS option that also fills the gap in your HP when you inevitably have to tank a bunch of shit. I've made a mess of my rocks over here. Why am I doing that? I don't know why I'm doing that. I have a sneaking suspicion that when I'm at full HP, it is not worth to Ancient God Sword and car phase because it's just going to be less DPS than me shooting another tbow. So I won't be doing that. Yeah, I think the fact that I haven't had to touch, like, any of my supplies as far as HP goes is kind of nuts. Yeah, this floor is looking a hell of a lot better than last run for acid, for sure. Granted, I don't know how many overlapping acid sprays I've been getting. Ball me, Captain. Fuck. We do a bit of griefing. Oh. Wait, where are my Rockies? My Rockies! I knew it was like the deep delve tech, but I think it has more implications than I thought it did. I was like, oh, I don't need that. I can just use food. Like, what's the point of me bringing that? I'm not going to delve 100, you know? But I think the reality is you don't have to be going that deep for it to have a use case. Like, if anything, it's saving money, right? Like, bare minimum, it's at least saving money. And that's nothing to scoff at either. If you do get a hit off with the Nox Halley after the, whatever the fuck, the orb? Or the... Ugh! Yeah, after the orb, it's also quite nice. Damn it. Okay, I was under a little too much pressure to get the AGS spec off there, I'm not gonna lie. So we're just gonna have to do the Gis tech, okay? Coining it now. The Gis tech. Where we do it during car phase. Why did my thrall kill it? Don't even bring brews, you only bring combos. I could literally see dropping both of these brews and just keeping this for an emergency. But, like, I could also see the argument for just bringing 2 combo eats, to be honest. That seems reasonable enough. I guess I'll burn it now, because there's, like, whatever. No reason not to. It's in my inventory. I'll use it. Holding DPS. Firing. Okay, didn't get the bonus hit. Taking an L because I had to. We simply do the Gis tech. The Gis tech. Skadoosh. No! My tile! Yeah, kind of wishing all these brews were prayer pots now, huh? NGL. I don't know why I keep milking, bro. I'm so used to budget setup that I just do it sometimes. Okay, so we should be able to get the Ancient God Sword in shield phase. And try and prio that, I think, is what I'm going to do here. Just get to a clear spot to do Ancient God Sword. Like, right there, you could just Eldritch Spec that. Or Eldritch Spec that. Why do I keep saying Eldritch, bro? Help. That punish would have killed me, the one you just did. Wasn't here for this conversation. Can you tell me the tech you're talking about when you aren't Giga concentrating? Mostly just that the Ancient God Sword gives you a bajillion HP, is the tech. So when it goes into shield phase, you can just Ancient God Sword spec the shield, like whenever you want, and it'll give you 25 HP back. Alternatively, if you're under a lot of pressure from the grubs, you can just do your tbow shot from the drag tile, wait for him to come over, do an Ancient God Sword spec there, go to the pipe tile to stay in 5 tile range, or this tile as well as the blue tile, but same thing. As long as you're in 5 tile range, you'll also get the 25 extra damage in car phase and the heal. So it's just like infinite sustain is what it feels like, which is nice. Cringe. I'm going to wrap around him and get poisoned, but I'm going to Ancient God Sword spec this guy. Oh, wait, I shouldn't have done that. Guys, I trolled. Guys, I trolled! Okay. You have to be aware that if you do that, you will be on a 7-tick cooldown? 6-tick? 6-tick cooldown. So don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Don't forget that part. That part's also important. Oh, wait. I want the Nox Alley back. I like that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, the literal instant I clicked him, I was like, oh shit, I'm on cooldown. I can't get the punish. Where do you get my tiles? You can go to the Doom guide that I have on my channel, and the tiles should be in the description there. If not, just type in Muffin Sidewalk Tech in YouTube, Muffyn on YouTube, and it'll come up there as well. It's her tech. I will take no credit for it. And then if you want to add the blowpipe tiles, those are if you're in a budget setup and using blowpipe for your main DPS in car phase. Oh, I should have pot in Eldritch. That would have been fun. Or Eldritch. Dude, help. Yeah, I have enough. I could buy it if I wanted to. I think at a bare minimum, I should have swapped my bruise out. I guess I can go do that. It's not like it cost me anything. It cost me a waystone to get here. Whatever. Oh, yeah. What was my death fee? 310k with protect item off? I don't remember if I had protect item on or not. Unknown. Maybe. Maybe not. I could for sure PB with this setup, though. And if we added Eldritch, I could probably PB even more surely. You definitely notice the DPS loss with the Nox Alley as the punish, which can be really awkward. I think that's another thing to mention for you if you are getting a lot of orb phases pre-shield phase. Maybe worth thinking about the Chally, because the Nox Alley's not giving you that much punish damage. And the Chally gives you, like, a lot of punish damage, right? It's like 100 damage, basically, every time. Which helps push him into shield phase more consistently. Could be worth thinking about. Take the consistency over the potential for deep. Nox is supposed to make you go orb phase more often. The argument is, like, if you're dying because you're bringing it, is it worth it, I guess? Like, is that the reason, indirectly, that you're losing runs? Oh, you bring double Halley? Okay. That's kind of valid. I don't hate taking both Hallies. And just using whichever one the situation calls for. Like, oh, my bow DPS is really bad. I need Chally to send this. Then you just do that instead. That's not bad. I think that's reasonable to do. Put on Chally, not Spec. Yeah, that's... I feel like that's always worse, right? Because Chally has less strength bonus than Nox Tally, right? I think. So it'd always be better to do a single punish with that. Chally 7 tick, so it's bigger delay. Does that matter? What does that matter for? Punch with Nox is always better than Chally if you are not specking. Yeah, 100%. But not only that, it's just got a higher strength bonus, so you get more damage. And more damage is good. Nox Alley back to tbow is pretty complicated on wave 8 to make sure that you're not losing ticks. If you need to get that extra bow shot in, can be a little bit of a scramble. Although, worth mentioning, I think in the summer sweep-up, they did say they were going to remove the extra delay from Chally and just make it a 5-tick weapon as well, I think. Which will be interesting. Don't quote me, but I feel like I remember seeing that. That they were like, why is this one 7-tick? And Nox Alley is just stronger than it and it's 5-tick. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So they're like, yeah, true. We're going to reduce Chally to not be 7-tick, which is... That has a couple of implications, I think. Oops. I wonder if you Eldritch the shield, if it would give you prayer. I feel like it doesn't because it needs damage. Yeah, that probably doesn't work. It needs damage. Now, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that about Chally because I think the Iron Men were super excited about it because it makes doing Zulrah like super free. Like you just unlock it, you get a Chally from doing Soat, and you're chilling. Like you can just go do melee Zulrah and it's like kind of fine. That'd be a pretty decent weapon to not really have to grind for in new Iron Man routes, so. My practice call with tbow and Void to save on death fees. You could do that. I did On my alt, I only had 70 strength, so I just did a full void and sunlight crossbow, and then I had melee void and a tentacle whip for soul. And it took me a really long time, but like you can. I think it took me 53 minutes for that run because my DPS was just so bad. Like you for sure can, and the death fees are non-existent, so like it's fine. Give it a shot, at least gets your foot in the door, gets you practicing, which is good. You can also try the what's his damn name? Reynolds. Reynolds has this setup that was like Guthans and the Dinny B and whatever, and I think that was like a 20k death fee or something. And it's like a reasonable set. tbow obviously better, but if you didn't even want to bring that. And I'm definitely not, like, anti-sim when it comes to Kahlo and Inferno and all that stuff. But I do think, like, just doing it kind of makes more sense to me. Because if you get the clear on the sim, it's like, well, if you just did your run and fought Soul at that time, you would have just had your clear right there, you know? But I guess you wouldn't have had the practice before, so it's, like, not quite one-to-one. But that's always the way I viewed sims. Like, you can just go do it. You'll get it. Might take you a couple extra tries, but it'll be fine. You think selling Shadow for Scythe is worth if I go in there with double Mega? Debatable. Scythe is better, but the margin is fairly thin, I think. You'd have to double check yourself if the setup is worth it, but I'm pretty sure tbow kind of just covers you. Like, you really don't need the Scythe. It's better for Soul, obviously, but you can kill Soul with a fucking wet spoon if you wanted to. Can't beat it on the sim. I do find the sims to be strange. Like, they don't feel right, so I play really bad on them. I don't know if that's a universal thing, but I personally just don't really like them. Not because I'm anti-sim, I just don't like them. They feel wrong, like the gameplay is incorrect. I don't know. I'm like, this is not how RuneScape feels. This feels strange, and it's not helping me, it's just hurting me. Soul Reaper Axe, you are chillin', my brother. You do not need to move anything for that. Although there is an argument, like, Mage is in such a weird spot with Eye of Yak and Conflictions now that I genuinely think Shadow is sort of just a waste of money until they do something with it. Because in a lot of setups, full Ancestral, Eye of Yak, Confliction Gauntlets, Fortified Ward, the whole nine, is like barely worse than a Shadow. Obviously in TOA, Shadow will do better, but like, I don't know, the use cases for Shadow are very slim these days, it feels like. That's why it's so cheap. So I personally want to get rid, well, I did get rid of mine. And I don't think I'm going to buy it back for a pretty long while, to be honest with you. I'm just going to coast on Eye of Yak, Conflictions, whatever, for a good bit. Fuck. Haven't even used my Shadow since getting it to J-To. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, the content where Shadow is good is not that enjoyable. Chambers, I guess. But again, you could just use You can use anything for chambers. You don't need the shadow. It's not the make or break item in chambers, right? I would probably prefer a tbow, I think. Scythe is definitely a skip in chambers. Like, you don't need that one, but you get my drift. Bosses like Whisper, not worth it. I think for GP. Yeah, Whisper is definitely one of those ones where it's like, either A, you have to enjoy this boss, or you decided that you wanted to make a Soul Reaper Axe, which I think is pretty valid right now. If you haven't seen Soul Reaper Axe price, it's very spiked. So that's, like, justifiable if you like the DT2 bosses to send some Whisper, send some Duke and everybody. Try and make yourself a Soul Reaper, but again, do it if you enjoy it. It's definitely not the best money in the game by any means, but it's not bad. Oops. Might get to do a bit of janitorial here. That looks good. Oh. Yeah. Second shield, but honestly, I'm kind of down for that because I get to do this. Oi! I almost did it again. My brain was not registering. Unlucky acid spray, to be honest. He just keeps choosing this side. Ow. Didn't get it. Thought I was swift enough. Oh, we got a Maxer. Nice. Okay, I think we engage the Giztech. We do it on the drag. tbow, piety, equip, slap, run, right here. Bow. Beautiful. Ouch. I griefed myself. Because I greeted the hit. I didn't just lose ticks. Just lose ticks. I need to get this shit cleared up. I guess it doesn't matter that much. Kind of just want to get that shit cleared up. Okay. About to say, our tbow is not cooking. Beautiful. Can we clear? Not really. Maybe. Okay. A decent clear, but I don't think it's the correct one, because we still get hit by this. And I can't go that way, I get hit by that. It's fine. Not the end of the world. Zawarudo. Ooh, that's stacked. That was really annoying. Come on, tbow. Help me out. No? Okay. Gonna get one more punish. Yikes. Alright, let me clear these out. Enough to do that. This tech. Two free. Dope. I want to send it with the melee. It's not terribly awkward for me to clear. Perfect. I guess what's worth my time is to try to time that shot, the kill shot, so I can get the thingies post car phase, or like post mortem, I guess. Like they pop up as he dies. I bet I could time that. I'm gonna try that this time if it comes up. Alright, we're imploring the Gis tech. Since we're on an awkward side. Fuck. It's fine. Okay, we're no longer imploring the Gis tech. Fuck. It's fine. Okay, if we get second shield, it's not bad here. You motherfucker. I could borderline want it, but I'll just kill. Got most of the clear there. one tile off. This time to spec if you are worried about getting hit for 99 is right after you enter shield phase, hit with dark light and immediately spec. That's what I've been trying to do. The other alternative is, as long as there's a grub around, you can just reset your attack timer. And that works too. Just been completely forgetting to re-drink my regen. The Gist Tech. It's sick. No one would have ever thought about it in a million years except me. It's mine. Forgot to equip tbow again. Whoops. Should be transition. I definitely have awkward acid this time, which is making Gist Tech a little bit more appealing. I can actually do it here. Not that I need it that desperately. Ah, that was too early for the things to pop up. I should have waited. I think that's the next thing I want to focus on, is making sure I hold my shot to get the clear. So many fucking rocks over here. I needed the Gist Tech, but there were so many rocks in my way. Okay. I don't think I need to hold my shot here, obviously. Too much HP. Be really nice if I could clear. Perfect. I hate when I'm one tile fucking off, dude. Okay, this is also fine. So now we can clear some of these guys out. Do that. That doesn't matter. Okay. Let's do this. I think this is enough HP. This should be enough HP. And I got to clear the white tile. Still didn't get to clear this one next to the 1. Oh, I just shift-clicked. Don't mind me. Just trolling a little bit. We do a little bit of trolling. Get our shot. And do the Giztech just because it's cool. And it's mine. I fucking hate it here that I just did that to myself. Don't mind me, just trolling. Or am I? Is it all part of the elaborate plan to clear more tiles? Okay, I didn't really clear much. But at least the spirit was there. Perfect. Still no drop. Oh, I'm notoriously unlucky. That's fine. That's fully expected. Don't worry. I'm just here testing tech. If I get a drop, cool, but it's very unlikely. Wow. Surprised I actually got it there. Did I... Pause. Wait, I need to clip that, actually. Did I eat an anti-venom sack there? Because if I didn't, then the Ancient God Sword just cleared my venom. And I know that is not how that's supposed to work at all. Like, what? I must have eaten one. Surely. Like, surely I ate one there, right? Am I crazy? Did I just do that without noticing that I did it? Did I just subconsciously do that? I'm just gonna assume that that did not clear my venom, because why would it? That wouldn't make any sense. Just gonna go with that. Can't do it from here. Alright, we just have to do Giztech. I'm gonna see if I can finagle a way to do it. I think I did too. I'm pretty sure I did. Whoa! Dude, I yellow clicked right here? Man! That's so grief! Oh. That's okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn Protect Item on again. We get right back in there. Or wait, real quick. For my Blorva wanter, give you an estimate. Someone of my caliber was able to do Blorva in nope. Let's do some math. Let's do some quick math. Gistech actually hard, bro. If you misclick, you die. Don't misclick. Alright, let's see. Duke. 14. I think I tabbed twice in this one. So I'm going to go 16 on Duke. Leviathan, I probably tabbed like 3. Yeah, I think I for sure like this setup a little bit better. It's kind of nice. I think I'm going to drop the 2 brews, I think, for something else. Maybe more prayer. I'm half tempted to try the Eldritch, but that's going to be a lot to pay attention to. So let's assume 5 tabs. We'll be generous. 5 tabs on Levy. Go to 27. And Sar. I'm positive this one is 2 orbs used because I died on the first one. Yeah, 1 and 1, so that was just 2. And then Vard. Everyone's gonna be like, why the hell is this guy going to Vard and a tbow? Oh, I had to tell you out anyway because I did the thing with the sacks. Varduki. So we're at 43, 45. Vard I never tabbed from, so 70, 79 generously. Less than 80, we'll call it. So 80 orbs, there you go. We'll round it up. 80 orbs to get Blorva. Vard kicked my ass until I understood. Vard is sleeper not that difficult once you understand. But I think he's one of the more complex to understand the tempo. But once you understand the tempo, Vard's not bad. Ah, fuck. I was going to try the Eldritch. How much... Anybody know... Any knowers? Let me look it up real quick. How much is this thing? Eldritch Orbs, Nightmare Staff. So it's 183 plus 40. So like 223. I can technically afford it. I don't know if it's worth it at that price point, to be honest. That's a lot of money to spend on a staff. That's like not doing that much for me. I was gonna swap my brews out. I forgot. I think Yama contract was harder. I got it in fewer attempts overall, the Radiant, but it's weird, right? Because Blorva is 4 different bosses, and you just do the same boss 5 times for Yama, just with different restrictions. So I don't know. I don't know what I would consider harder. I have to think about that for a second. Because I definitely got Radiant done quicker. Like, way, 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 way quicker. But I think ultimately contracts are harder, yes. Because the stipulations on those fights are really annoying, and for Blorva, you don't have any stipulations that you have to pay attention to. So that's probably what I would draw the difference at. Is you don't have all these like extra things in the Awakened fights. It's just another fight with more mechanics. Have I tried Eldritch at Hollow? I have not. But I imagine it's pretty good because it one-shots the, with the right setup, it one-shots the Berserker, right? And gives you prayer back, which is pretty nice. So I could definitely see it as an alternate. I don't know if I would recommend it for like a first-time clear, maybe? I feel like it might, like you might end up greeting the Berserker hit and put yourself in more danger than if you just like chilled and went behind the pillar, but I think if you have good discipline, maybe it's pretty good. Definitely increases the death fee, though. Unless that's your protect item, I guess. I've taken a lot of random shit to Kahlo, to be fair. Like, I did a full Carol's run of Kahlo with the Amulet of the Damned. And it was, like, kind of heater. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is kind of funny. Side tbow Eldritch, kits on Venator, SGS, Bulwark, and Anguish. And then, what's your armor? Are you just going to go, like, full tank, like Guthans or something? I could see that not being too bad. And bring, like, a small swap for tbow. That could be fine. Or if you just have, like... No, because Fortified Masori would take your death beat up pretty big. If you end up taking a Void setup, you can swap out Blasphemy for Relentless, because if you get hit off Prayer in Void, you're not tanking anything, right? So Relentless is actually kind of decent. I'm not going to say it's good, because no invos in Colosseum are good. But it's a decent option if you don't like Blasphemy. And Blasphemy can sort of blindside you sometimes. If you take like a 40 from a Manticore and you weren't really paying attention to your prayer beforehand, then you might just get smited, and that's not great. So that's what I did on my alt, because I also did the Void setup on the alt. I just took Relentless instead of Blasphemy, and it was pretty nice, to be honest. It's not that bad. Like, if you do melee Elite Void, your accuracy is pretty decent, so that's fine. It's just your defensive stats are really, really trash in the Elite Void. So if you find yourself tanking a lot, then obviously Elite Void's going to feel like utter garbage. But if you're not tanking that much and you're playing pretty well, it's not terrible, like, genuinely. I don't think it's that bad. Would I recommend it? No. But it's an option that's not the worst option, so It's an option. Oops. Stacked again. It's super annoying. Nice. Kind of a mid-clear, to be honest. Better than nothing, I guess. And it didn't go, because it bugged. Nice. Ouch. This is enough. Nice. Not even remotely worried about it. Respect. Plus respect. Hell yeah. No, stop spitting on my tiles, bro. Don't do that. I don't think I can milk enough spec from this. Get that extra. Should be able to cast again, though? Okay, Pog. Okay, we're at 100. We're good. No matter where you go. dum 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 dum. That melee's gonna make it, and it's gonna make me mad. You big boy. That guy was moving, I swear. 2 tiles per tick. Didn't hold my shot. I should have held my shot. Damn it, dude. I'm never gonna remember to do that. What? The fuck? Why did he not go in? Okay, whatever. I mean, sure. Okay, we have bad damage. Let's go. Not the worst damage, though. You would. You just would. You know? You would. Oh. Oh, a ding and a dong. A ding 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 dong. A ding in my dong. Ooh. A little booty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Doom. Wow. Thank you. Ding ding dong. Got another boot. I think that's boot number 3, 4? 4. That is 3 boots in a week. Very good. Straight 175er. Dink. Das ist gut. It's 1990 total, KC. I don't know why my spread is like this, but I am not complaining. We're finally making up ground. Yippee! All right. Well, I don't have time to do another full deep delve run. So, I guess this is a fine ending for me. I am not complaining whatsoever. Let me add my God Sword to the collection over here. Let's move you. You can take the place of the Purging Staff, sure. Yummers. And Nox Alley we can bring up to that. Actually, with the chins. I don't need the chins. That just comes up for Tob. Okay. Don't need this Slayer shit anymore either. Yoink. Alright, that is going to be it for streams this week. Next week's going to be a little bit weird for me. I think I'll be able to stream on Wednesday, not Tuesday and Thursday, and then back on Tuesday. So, a little bit of a weird week. I'll be vacationing, but I'll be back next week. And the Doom video is this weekend. If you're doing Doom on the budget, that's this weekend. I'm going to get to work on that tomorrow, and it should be up on Saturday or Sunday. I'm out of here. I'm getting food. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch y'all later.